إن الله لا يغير ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. صدق الله مولانا العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك لمن الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Alhamdulillah, today, second Jumat al-Mubarak, we all in this beautiful day and blessed day of Jumat al-Mubarak, performing the Salat al-Jummah, and after long lockdown, Alhamdulillah, things are getting changed and gradually getting better. And hopefully, if we follow the rules and regulations we mentioned by managements, governments, and responsible authorities, the coming day will be more better. But after lockdown and complete lockdown, coming back to our normal life, starting our businesses, opening our places of worship, and worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there are something we have to remember and few things we have to understand. From this lockdown and unprecedented situation in recent history of human being, what we have learned from COVID-19, this is a big question. Many people have discussed, some are discussing this issue politically, the political impact of COVID-19. Some are discussing this as a social issue. Some are debating as an economical impact on our community and all over the world. But we as a Muslim have to discuss and have to see whether we have learned something from this or not. We all were living our normal life as a Muslim, enjoying all the luxuries of life with our family members, with our children, in our businesses. But suddenly something happened, an unseen enemy stopped all of our activities. When I say it is unprecedented in human history, when the family members were in distance with their own family members, the children, the relatives, close friends, the biggest issue was how to maintain distance and how to be away from others. And always the advice from government, from authorities, from health departments was about social distancing. But one thing, the first thing, many people were thinking that we in this 21st century are strong enough to deal our matters and our issues. We don't need to believe in any power, any higher authority in a form of cherisher, sustainer, nourisher, in a form of Khaliq, in a form of Allah, we are enough to deal our issue. And we strengthen our borders, we strengthen ourselves in this 21st century with science and technology. We are strong enough to deal our matters and no one can challenge us. But the first, have you seen that all the science and technology, all the scientists, the health departments, they all surrendered, and even till now, they don't know how to handle it and how to deal with it. We are not talking about vaccine, but when it's come, we will see how effective it will be. There are many other related issues to it. As a believer, it's a clear sign for all of us. Inna Allaha huwa ar-razzaqu dhul quwwati al-mateen. Allahu khaliqu kulli shay. He is the creator and He is all power. And aynama takunu yudrikum al-maut. No matter how you run here and there, you will never escape from the grip of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna batsha rabbika lashadid. The hold and the grip of your Lord is very strong. And you can't run from the domain of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from the power, from the strength, and from the qudrat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wherever you go, there is a power always observing you and watching you. And this is the message always given to us. وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ اللَّهَ غَافِلًا عَمَّا يَعْمَلُ الظَّالِمُونَ. And Allah says, those who are tyrant in the society, those who are zalim in the society, those who are unjust in the society, and whenever they commit a sin and whenever they do something wrong, they think no one is here to control me, no one is here to stop me. I am more powerful than this person. And I have more strength and more power. I have more money than the person who is facing me. So these tyrants, these zalimeens, always think no one is there to control them, no one is there to counter them, and no one is there to stop them. Allah says, وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ اللَّهَ غَافِلًا عَمَّا يَعْمَلُ الظَّالِمُونَ. Never ever think you are beyond the power and more powerful than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah is ghafil from you. He is unaware of you. He is not watching you. He is not observing you. إِنَّمَا يُؤَخِّرُهُمْ لِيَوْمٍ. And the reason ये जो तुम्हें ढील दी जा रही है, and the time and space you are getting is only to correct yourself and to realize yourself that whatever you are doing is wrong and you will be punished. But don't think the time which you are getting from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, जो वक्त और ढील तुम्हें अल्लाह तबारक व तआला से मिल रही है, ये इस बात की दलील है कि तुम अल्लाह की कुदरत और उसकी पावर से पा रहे हो. This is one very simple message to all of us. And I always said that verbally we are different, practically we are different. And sometimes when we attend a European society, I was in Pakistan in my few lectures, I said, it is very easy to criticize European society and the weaknesses of European society, but there are some values in the society which as a Muslim we are missing, and they have adopted the teaching of Islam, the teaching of Quran, and the seerah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I say one very prominent and very common, when any festival comes, they make it easy for the people to buy things. Go always in Christmas, you will see more offers. In holidays, you will see more offers. They are inviting people to buy things. They are giving access to the people, to ordinary people. to celebrate these days of happiness and days of rejoice. ये खुशी के दिन वो भी मनाएं. Our attitude is different. When their Christmas comes, their markets and their attitude is different. When our Ramadan comes, our attitude is totally different. Our prices are different. Our values are totally different. We call ourselves Muslim. We call ourselves Mu'min, the follower of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But we have adopted the value of those who have nothing to do with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the period of Jahiliyyah and ignorance. नाम रसूलुल्लाह का लेते हैं, लेकिन आदतें सारी या अक्सर उनकी इन मामलात में करते हैं जिनके खिलाफ रसूलुल्लाह ने जिहाद किया, जिनके खिलाफ रसूलुल्लाह ने सारी जिंदगी गुजारी. हमारा बिहेवियर वहां क्या है? And the same in COVID-19, when other people are reducing the price, you have seen the news always, we were increasing the price. And if you ask someone why the price is increased, why 2, 3, 4 pounds per kg you have increased, and the reason is COVID-19. And this COVID-19 is not affecting these other businesses. They are not affecting mainstream groceries and shops. They are reducing price to make the thing easy for the people. And you are increasing the price with COVID-19. Why? Because I am Muslim. I have halal gosht. I have halal meat. I have halal sabzi. I have halal available. So the providing of halal means, in one way I am doing halal, but the way I am robbing people, the way I am cheating people, and the way of the name of halal, I am following not the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. वहाँ पर अजीब और गरीब हमारा मिजाज है. And I always say to the people, we are, most of the time we live in hypocrisy. The people, those who are following sunnah, I still remember, a very decent person will be sitting in the name of sunnah and he will say eating, this is the way of the eating of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in the way of sunnah. And I say, yes, the way you are teaching to the people, this is the way of eating of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the way of sunnah. This is only the way, and you are portraying yourself the one who is the greatest follower of the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yes, you are teaching the people how to follow the sunnah in eating, but whatever you are eating, have you followed the simplicity in the same food? तरीके में तो मुझे बताते हो कि बैठना कैसे, उठना कैसे है, लेकिन क्या रसूलुल्लाह इस तरह की मुरगल ग़िज़ाएं खाते थे? क्या रसूलुल्लाह इस तरह के दुनिया की सारे तलज़्ज़ुज़ात जमा करते थे? तुम्हारी डिश में वो रसूलुल्लाह की सिंप्लिसिटी कहाँ गई है? रसूलुल्लाह जिस सादा ग़िज़ा खाते थे, the spirit of the simplicity of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where is the spirit of the food? खाने का तरीका तो हर एक बताएगा, मगर एक दिन के लिए नहीं सोचेगा कि क्या रसूलुल्लाह के दस्तरखान भी इस तरह सजे होते हैं? क्या रसूलुल्लाह भी इस तरह 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 के खाने सजाकर अपने पड़ोस में गरीबों वाले और गरीब भूख और प्यास से रहने वाले बच्चों की भूख और उनकी प्यास से यूं ही बेनियाद रहते थे? रसूलुल्लाह का तरीका तो यह था कि एक सहाबी के घर में बकरी की सीरी किसी ने भेजी है, उसने ये ख्याल करके कि मेरा पड़ोसी भूखा है, he sent it to the next one. The other one is in need, but the same time he thought, though I'm in need, my children in need of this food, but my neighbor is more in need than me. He sent it to the third one. The third one thought, yes, I'm in need, but my neighbor thinking about me, how can I ignore my next neighbor? And he sent it to the fourth one. The fourth one in the same time was a needy person. He was in need of the same food, but he thought my neighbor is thinking about me. How can I ignore my neighbor? He sent it to the fifth one. The fifth one is the same thinking. When someone is thinking about me, how can I should be ignoring this value and the morality which we learned from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? I should not be selfish. And he sent it to the sixth one. The sixth one with the same thinking sent it to the seventh one. The first person who sent it to neighbor, the same thing turned back to the house of the same person. जिसने पहले भेजा था उसके घर में वो चीज पहुंच गई. हर एक ये ख्याल करता था अगर मेरा पड़ोसी मेरी इतनी फिक्र करता है, वो भी मोहताज है, वो भी जरूरतमंद है, मैं क्यों ना अपने पड़ोसी की फिक्र करूं? अगला मोहताज होकर वयुसिरून अला अनफुसिहिम वलौ कान बिहिम खसासा. They knew the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
that the follower of my Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Sahaba of my Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they always prefer others, though they are in need, though themselves in need, but at the same time they prefer others. This is the quality of the Sahaba. So they were not only showing to the people, sit down this way, stand up this way, not only how to follow in eating the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The real essence of the sunnah will be when you follow the same simplicity in the food being taken by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sunnah उस वक्त पूरी होगी जिस तरह सादा रसूलुल्लाह खाते थे, तुम उस तरह भी सुन्नत को पूरी करो. तुम्हारे सालन में 50 किस्म के मसाले पड़े हों, दुनिया के सारे तलज्जुज की चीजें पड़ी हों, दुनिया की सारे अयाशियां तो तुम्हारे दस्तरखान पे पड़ी हों, खास तौर पर तुम्हारा पड़ोसी भूखा हो, जब तुम्हारे मोहल्लेदार में भूखे रहते हो, तुम्हारे रिश्तेदारों में जरूरतमंद रहते हो, उनको 2 वक्त की रोटी दस्तयाब न हो, वो 2 वक्त की रोटी को और ग़िज़ा को तरसते हो, तुम्हारे दस्तरखान के प्लेटें और वहां की डिशें गिनी न जानती हो, कितने शर्म की बात होगी कि न वो रसूलुल्लाह की सादगी नजर आई, न वो रसूलुल्लाह का इज़हार नजर आया, न वो रसूलुल्लाह का दूसरों की हमदर्दी का जज्बा नजर आया. एक टांगे ऊपर नीचे करने से तुमने समझ लिया कि तुमने रसूलुल्लाह की सारी सुन्नतें पूरी कर दी. रसूलुल्लाह की सुन्नतें वो पूरी करते हैं जो सिर्फ अदाओं में नहीं बल्कि उसकी रूह में उतरकर, जो रूह रसूलुल्लाह की सुन्नतों की होती है उसे भी समझते हैं. हमारे यहाँ बात लोग क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं, मैं तो रसूलुल्लाह की तरह सुन्नत लिबास पहनता हूँ, तो मैं कहता हूँ कि सुन्नत लिबास 4 इंच ऊपर नीचे करना ये भी अच्छी बात है, लेकिन कभी तुमने देखा है कि जब रसूलुल्लाह के लिबास की बात करो और दूसरों को क्रिटिसाइज करो, कभी रसूलुल्लाह के सुन्नतों की वो सादगी लिबास की भी तुमने देखी कि वो लिबास की सफाई तो होती थी मगर सादगी कितनी होती थी. इसलिए हम एक धोखे में पड़े हुए हैं. हमने रसूमात को अपना मिजाज बना लिया है, हमने चंद तौर तरीकों को कुल दीन बना लिया और समझ लिया कि बस यही कुल दीन है. उठने बैठने के 2-4 तरीके मैंने अपना लिए, मैंने रसूलुल्लाह की सारी सुन्नतों का इहाता कर लिया. खाने पीने के 2-4 तरीके अपना लिए, रसूलुल्लाह की सारी सुन्नतों का इहाता कर लिया. नहीं, ला यक़ूमु बिदीनिल्लाहि इल्ला मन अहातहु मिन जमी जवानिबिही. You will never implement the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the message of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam until you cover it with all its different aspects. जब तक उसके सारे एस्पेक्ट को तुम काबू न करो, उसके सारे पहलुओं को न देखो, तो चंद जाहिरी दिखलावे के काम करने से तुम लोगों की नजरों में तो मुअज़्ज़ज़ हो सकते हो, लेकिन न रसूलुल्लाह की कुर्ब को हासिल कर सकते हो, न अल्लाह की बारगाह में कबूलियत के दर्जे पर पहुंच सकते हो. उस रूह को भी पैदा करो जो उन सुन्नतों के पीछे रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम आती है. दूसरी चीज Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Surah Anfal chapter 8 verse number 53, ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّ اللَّهَ لَمْ يَكُنْ مُغَيِّرًا نِعْمَةً أَنْعَمَهَا عَلَىٰ قَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. Many people complain, I don't know what's happened to me, why the situation has changed, why these happy days gone, how we will survive. And whenever something happened bad, they always say, I don't know what's happened to me. I was a good Muslim, I was a good boy, I was a good person. Allah says, no, this is not the sunnah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The sunnah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the nizam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is mentioned in Surah Anfal chapter 8 verse number 53. ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّ اللَّهَ لَمْ يَكُنْ مُغَيِّرًا نِعْمَةً أَنْعَمَهَا عَلَىٰ قَوْمٍ. Allah will never take and never change the bounties and the blessing which has been granted and given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to some others. حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ, until you change your own attitude. If something not wrong with you, Allah will never change it. If you are enjoying your life, if you are happy in your life, if you are getting blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you are getting rahmah and barakah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in your wealth, in your children, in your family, in your life is nice, whatever you are enjoying in this life, Allah says, ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّ اللَّهَ لَمْ يَكُنْ مُغَيِّرًا نِعْمَةً أَنْعَمَهَا عَلَىٰ قَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. Allah says, this is not my way as a Lord of the universe to change the situation of the people, to change the condition of the people, to change the bounties and blessing of the people, and to take ni'mah and blessing from the people. حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ, until they don't change their attitude. their behavior. Until they don't change. Whenever you change, the ni'mah change. So whenever you see any change in your life, whenever you see any hardship in your life, whenever you see any loss in your life, whenever you see any difficulties in your life, whenever you see misfortune in your life, whenever you see some evil in your life, whenever you see some illness in your life, whenever you see some problems in your life, the basic philosophy of Quran, the basic message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the basic guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the way to analyze it, not to criticize other, not to blame other, not to curse so and so did something this to me. Allah says, ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّ اللَّهَ لَمْ يَكُنْ مُغَيِّرًا نِعْمَةً أَنْعَمَهَا عَلَىٰ قَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. Whenever you see any change in your life, and whenever you see any loss in your life, rather than blaming others, look into others, look at yourself, how you change your own attitude and behavior. My sunnah, if you remain firm, the bounty will be continued. If you remain firm, the blessing will be continued. If you remain firm, the rahmah and the barakah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be continued. Whenever you see yourself away from the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whenever you see yourself away from the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whenever you see from the one who is chosen one in the group of the cursed one, then think about yourself. Hatta yukhayyiru ma bi anfusihim. Allah says must be something wrong with your attitude, with your character, with your behavior, with your dealing, with your lifestyle. You have done something wrong. You have damaged someone. Something changed in your life, and the curse of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appears in this form in your life. So we have to, this is another guidance in this COVID-19, in these difficult days. بأن الله لم يكن مغيرا نعمة أنعمها على قوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. Allah is Sami'un Alim and Rahim Qadir. If whenever you see yourself in curse, whenever you see yourself in hardship, whenever you see yourself in evil, for God's sake, this verse remembered, chapter 8, verse number 53. There's something wrong with you. Before blaming others, look at yourself, what you have done wrong. Before blaming others, analyze your activities, what you are doing wrong. Before blaming others, look at your own attitude and lifestyle. You will find 99% fault in your side. And when you correct yourself, the same day will change again. This is the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that the wrong days and wrong time and difficult time is just because of the result of your own attitude. The whole Mufassirin, I was studying 8, 10, more or less to 10 to 20 tafsir in this one. And they all unanimously agreed upon this, that when things changed, you have to look at yourself. But how many of us are with the same attitude? I know so many people, if anything happened, running to us, my neighbors, he did jadoo on me. My colleagues on the street, he did some taweez on me. Why? Something suddenly happened. So and so did something wrong with me. Why? Something suddenly happened. How many times we start looking our own faults and analyzing from ours, अपने आप से शुरू करते हैं कि मैंने तो कुछ गलत नहीं किया. ये फलाना बंदा जो फलानी चीज जो मेरे खिलाफ हो गई, या फलानी चीज जो मेरे लिए जहर बन गई, फलाना काम जो मेरे लिए अजाब बन गया, कहीं मेरी अपनी गलती तो नहीं. हमने, कुरान कहता है कि अपनी जात से शुरू करो, हम सारी कायनात से शुरू करते हैं. This is the simple message to you with the COVID-19. Please, whenever something happened, look at yourself, start from yourself. 99% fault you will find in yourself. And whenever we start rectifying ourselves, things will start getting changed, inshallah, in this world and in the universe around us.